Hello and welcome to Saurabh Sir's classes. We move to the next question, which is question number 17, and this says that there are two poles, and there is a man standing between the two poles, and he sees the top of the poles, and the angles of elevation are given as 60 and 45, and then he starts walking towards one of the poles. We'll have to see which pole that is, and the angles of elevation changes to 30 and 60. And we are asked to find the ratio of the height of the poles. Now let's see how this will work. So we have one pole, and then we have it is standing on a road, and there is another pole. Obviously the heights are different, and let this be the height of the second pole. And now let's say he was standing at some point in between where he sees the top of the bigger pole, and he can also see the top of the smaller pole. So let us connect this to the smaller pole, top of the smaller pole. So this was his initial position, and the angles are given to be 60 and 45. Now how to determine which one is 60 and which one is 45? Now you observe that the pole which is having a bigger height will have a bigger angle, so this will be 60, and the pole which is having a smaller height will subtend a smaller angle, so this is 45. And then what happens is he moves towards one of the poles and the angles change. The first angle was 60 and it changes to 30, which means the angle is decreasing. Now you see that if he starts walking towards this, the angle will increase further. So this angle will increase, will be more than this angle. So therefore he is walking towards the other side. So now let's draw the lines again. So let's say he comes here where the angle of elevation of the first pole becomes 30, and that of the second pole becomes 60. So this is the second point. So let's name these points now. So I'll name the first point as A, the second one is B. And we also name the distances. So let's say the poles are at x and y, and x to A is A to B is B, and B to Y is C. So this is what we've taken, and also this angle is 30 and this angle is 60. So we have to use simple trigonometry here. So tan 60, we are taking the first condition out here. Tan 60 is capital H, which is the height of the bigger pole, divided by the distance XA. So this is H by A, and tan 60 we know is root 3. So therefore A is H by root 3. So this is one equation, and then we take the second one at the same point, which is tan 45. So tan 45 is equal to the height of the small pole divided by the distance from A to Y. So height of small pole is H, and A to Y distance is B plus C, and tan 45 we know is 1. Therefore B plus C is equal to small h. So we get the second equation. Now we move to the second point, which is point B, and we apply the same rule. So tan 30 is equal to the height of the bigger pole, which is h, divided by the distance from x to B, which is A plus B, and tan 30 we know is 1 by root 3. So a plus b is equal to h into root 3. So this is my third equation. And tan 60 again is height of the small pole h divided by the distance by, which is c, and tan 60 as we saw earlier is root 3. So therefore c is equal to small h divided by root 3. So this is my fourth equation. Now in order to find the ratio of the two poles, the height of the two poles, which is capital H and small h, we have to eliminate the terms a, b and c from these four equations, and we'll do that very easily now. So we know that from the first equation we know that a is h by root 3, and from the second equation we know that b plus c is h, and the third equation says a plus b is h root 3, and the fourth equation says c is equal to small h by root 3. So I start with the third equation. A plus b is h, capital H root 3. So the value of a is capital H by root 3. So I put that in directly. So capital H by root 3 plus b, and we don't know the value of b directly yet, is equal to capital H into root 3, and therefore we can get the value of b from here, which is equal to capital H root 3 minus capital H over root 3. So this is my fifth equation, and I will take equation number 2 and equation number 4 now. So equation 2 says b plus c is equal to small h, and we have found the value of b. So we put that here. So h root 3 minus h over root 3, which is b, plus c, the value of c is small h by root 3, small h by root 3 is equal to small h, which is as per the second equation. So now we've eliminated a, b and c, and from here we can calculate it very simply. So I can write this as h into 3 minus 1 by root 3 is equal to small h into 1 minus 1 by root 3, which is equal to small h into root 3 minus 1 over root 3, and this is equal to capital H into 2 by root 3. So root 3 cancels, and I get the value of h is to h is equal to root 3 minus 1 by 2, which is the answer. And we see in option 1 it is given as root 3 minus 1 by 2. So this is the correct answer. We move to the next question, which is question number 18, and this talks about a tank being filled by two pipes, and it has a leakage, so it is also getting leaked out, and it is asking how long will it take to empty the complete tank due to the leakage. Now we will approach this from a very simple logical point of view, and then I'll show you a more traditional calculation part. So what is said is that there are two inlet pipes, and they can individually fill the tank in 12 minutes and 15 minutes respectively. Now what does this mean? That let's say I have a tank and there are two pipes, and they are filling the tank, and there is one leakage. So this one fills the pipe, the tank in 12 minutes, and this one fills it in 15 minutes. So let this be A and B, and the leakage be L. So A fills the tank in 12 minutes means in 1 minute, A fills 1/12 of the tank. In 15 minutes, it fills the full tank. Therefore, in 1 minute, it will fill 1/12 of the tank. Similarly, B fills the tank in 15 minutes. So in 1 minute, B will fill 1/15 of the tank. So when they are working together, A and B together will fill 1/12 plus 1/15 part of the tank in 1 minute. And this is equal to, if you take the LCM and simplify it, it becomes 9/60 60th of the tank, which means 3/20th of the tank. So A and B working together fills 3/20th of the tank in 1 minute, and it is told that they are filling the tank in 20 minutes. Now in 20 minutes, A plus B will actually fill 3/20 into 20 minutes. In 1 minute they fill 3/20th part. So in 20 minutes, A plus B will fill 3/20 into 20, which is 3 times the volume of the tank. They will fill 3 times the volume of the tank. However, the tank is only getting filled in 20 minutes. So that means the leakage is removing twice the volume of the tank in 20 minutes. So the leakage can empty the tank, which means in order to remove one volume of the tank, it will take 20 divided by 2, which is equal to 10 minutes. This is as simple as that. Very simple logic. So A plus B together takes or rather fills 3/20th of the tank in 1 minute. Therefore in 20 minutes they will actually pump in 3 times the volume of the tank. Now the tank is getting only full in 20 minutes. That means twice the volume of the tank is being removed by the leakage in 20 minutes. Hence it is removing 2 times the volume of the tank in 20 minutes, means it can remove the volume of the tank, full tank, in 10 minutes. So therefore 10 is the answer, and you can see option 1, 10 minutes, is the correct choice. Now I will now show you a more traditional method by which you can calculate. Now in this calculation, you can do mentally also. You can just look at the numbers. So 1/12 plus 1/15 is the total volume that A and B together can fill in 1 minute, which is very easily calculable as 3/20. So therefore you can straight away understand that 3/20th of the tank is filled in 1 minute. So in 20 minutes, thrice the volume of the tank will be filled by these two pipes, and we are seeing that only one volume of the tank is remaining. So hence twice the volume of the tank is being taken out by the leakage, and therefore it is taking out twice the volume in 20 minutes, so one volume in 10 minutes. So that's a pure logic. Now if you want to do this in a more traditional way, so let the rate of filling of the tank be A liter per minute for A and B liter per minute for B. Therefore in 1 minute A will fill A liters and B will fill B liters. So together they will fill A plus B liters in 1 minute, and let the leakage be at the rate of L liters per minute. So in 1 minute, L will remove L amount of water. So the net filling of the tank will be A plus B minus L in 1 minute. So in 20 minutes, this will be into 20. So that is the full volume of the tank. And it is also told that A individually can fill the tank in 12 minutes. So at the rate of A, it will take 12 minutes to fill the tank, and B will similarly take 15 minutes to fill the same volume. So this is the equation that we get by using the conditions, and from this I can say that 15B is equal to 12A, or 5B is equal to 4A, or B equal to 4 by 5A, and I can put this value in this. So B is 4 by 5A, so 4 by 5A plus A minus L into 20, and I'll equate it with A, is equal to 12A. So therefore this is 5 and 3, and that means 4 by 5 plus 1 is 9 by 5. So 9 by 5A minus L into 5 is equal to 3A. So this gives me 9A minus 5L is equal to 3A, or 5L is equal to 6A, or L is equal to 6 by 5A. So now we let T be the time in which L can empty the tank. So T into L is the total volume of the tank that will be emptied, will be equal to 12A, which is the volume of the tank again. So L is calculated as 6 by 5A. So I put that value here. So T into 6 by 5A is equal to 12A, and then I get the value of T as 10 minutes. So you see, in either way you can calculate the value, but if you do it with logic, then you don't have to go through any of these calculations. You can directly calculate 1 by 12 plus 1 by 15, which is 3 by 20, and in 20 minutes you can understand this will give you thrice the volume of the tank. But since only one volume is getting filled, so twice the volume of the tank is getting removed in 20 minutes. So therefore in 10 minutes one volume of the tank will get emptied. So this is a very simple way of doing this kind of a problem. We move to the next question, which is question number 19, and this one is talking about a loan taken by Debjani, and a lot of data has been given, but most of the data are not required. So a lot of confusing data is given, so you need to understand what is asked in the question and just focus on that data. So you see, the question is, if Debjani clears all her loans in 25 years from the date of taking the first loan, how much of total interest she has to pay on her initial borrowing? So it is told that she uses 8 lakh of her own saving, which is not required at all, and borrows 12 lakhs. Okay, this is the first borrowing that she did, and then she is supposed to pay the principal amount of this loan equally over the period of 25 years. So that is one important information. 2 years after taking the first loan, she borrowed another 8 lakh. Now this is again not required in the context of the question, because they are asking only the interest on her initial borrowing. So this is not required, so we don't need this. So we'll only look at the initial loan, which is 12 lakhs, and the condition given that she will be repaying the principal amount of this loan equally over a period of 25 years. and she also has to pay an interest of 8% on the loan. So we have to find out the total interest she has to pay on this particular loan. So she is taking a loan of 12 lakhs, and she is repaying this principal amount equally over 25 years. Therefore, every year she will repay 12 by 25 lakhs, which is equal to 0.48 lakhs. Every year she will repay 0.48 lakhs of the principal amount plus the interest. So, in the first year she will repay, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 25 years. So she will repay the principal amount, which is 0.48 lakhs, plus the interest on 12 lakhs, which is at 8%. So this is 0.08 into 12. This is the interest amount. And then in the second year, she'll again pay for 0.48 lakhs as the principal amount, and she will repay or she will pay an interest of 8% on the amount that was remaining after repaying 0.48 in the first year, which means 0.08 of 12 minus 0.48. And in the third year again she will repay 0.48 of the principal amount, and then she will repay 8% of the 8% interest on the remaining amount, which is 12 minus 0.96, and so on. So this will go on. So the interest part will be 8% of whatever is remaining at the beginning of the year. So in the 25th year she will repay or pay an interest of 8% on 48,000 that was remaining at the start of the year. So therefore the total interest on the first loan will be the sum of all these interests. So this is nothing but 0.08 into 12 plus 12 minus 0.48 plus 12 minus 0.96 and all the way up to 0.48, which will be the last term. And there will be 25 terms, because there are 25 years, 25 terms in this sequence. And we observe that this is nothing but an arithmetic progression with a common difference of 0.48 in a decreasing fashion. So we can very easily find this sum of this. So there are 25 terms, so into 25 by 2, and the first term is 12, so 12, and there are 25 terms, so 25 minus 1 is 24, and the common difference is minus 0.48. So this will be the total. So that is 25 into 0.08 is 2, and that cancels with 2, so this cancels out. So this is equal to I'm sorry, the first term is 12, so this will be 12 into 2, 24. 24 plus 24 into 1 minus 24 plus 24 into minus 0.48. So this is 24 into 1 minus 0.48, or 24 into 0.52, which is equal to now half of 24 we know is 12. So this will be 12, and this is 0.52 means 50% plus 2%. So 50% of 24 is 12, plus 1% of 24 is 0.24, and 2% of 24 is 0.48. 12 plus 0.48 is 12.48, which is the amount of interest that she will be paying. And you see option 1 says 12.48, which is the correct option. Now you saw how easily I calculated this number 24 into 0.52. What I did was, let me explain again. So 25 into 0.52 is nothing but 52% of 24, and I just calculated 50% of 24 plus 2% of 24. So 50% of 24 is 12. 1% of 24 is 0.24. So 2% is 0.48. So 12.48. I did not multiply this number at all, which is much easier to do. We move to question number 20, and this question appears to be very simple, but it's a very tricky one, and let me show you why. So it is said that the modulus of x minus 5 square plus 5 of modulus of x minus 5 minus 24 is equal to 0. Very simple equation. So we know that if modulus of a is given, then there are two possibilities. Either a is greater than equal to 0, in which case modulus of a is equal to plus a, or a is less than 0, in which case modulus of a becomes minus a. So this is well known, and we'll apply it here as well. So we can see that we are given the modulus of x minus 5. So there are two possibilities. X minus 5 is greater than equal to 0, which means x is greater than equal to 5, or x minus 5 less than 0, which means x is less than 5. And in the first case, modulus of x minus 5 will be x minus 5, and in the second case, the modulus of x minus 5 will be minus of x minus 5. So this is what we will put in the equation. So there are two cases. Case 1, where x is greater than 5, x is greater than equal to 5, and hence modulus of x minus 5 is equal to x minus 5. So putting this, we get x minus 5 whole square plus 5x minus 5 minus 24 equal to 0, and to break minus 24 to give plus 5 means that we have to break it into plus 8 and minus 3. So that means x minus 5 plus 8 into x minus 5 minus 3 is equal to 0, and therefore x plus 3 into x minus 8 is equal to 0, from where we get two roots, minus 3 and plus 8. Now look at the condition that we considered. X is greater than equal to 5. This is the assumption that we took. So x greater than equal to 5 means it can only take the value of 8. It cannot be minus 3 because it will go against the assumption. So this root is not possible in this case, so only x equal to 8 will be valid. So now we take case 2, which is x is less than 5, or modulus of x minus 5 becomes minus of x minus 5. So we have x minus 5 whole square. This remains because the square of positive or negative doesn't matter, it will be a positive number, minus 5 into x minus 5 minus 24 is equal to 0. Now we have to break minus 24 to give minus 5. So this will be minus 8 and plus 3. So we have x minus 5 minus 8 into x minus 5 plus 3 is equal to 0. So therefore x minus 13 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. That means x can be equal to 13 or 2. But again, we look at the condition that we assumed, that x is less than 5. So therefore, uh, x cannot be 13. So x can only be 2, because 2 is less than 5. 13 cannot be the root in this case. So which means that we get two roots as per the conditions, two real roots. One is 8 and one is 2. So the sum of the real roots is 8 plus 2, or 10. And option 4, which says 10, is the correct choice.